Hi guys, thank you for joining this webinar or watching this video if you are watching the recording. My name is Alfonso with the education team at Aeegle Cloud Platform, and today's topic is Aeegle Cloud Platform plus G Suite just works. So when we talk about the integration between ACP and G Suite or Google Cloud, what we want to do is to empower regular users to build business applications at the speed of ideas. And in a few slides, I will explain you how. So we have an agenda today that covers these topics. The first one is what is Aeegle Cloud Platform. Then we will talk about the G Suite integration in ACP. Google Analytics integration, then the Google Cloud Platform integration, and then there is a small comparison chart for these solutions for app development, and those are ACP versus App Maker versus App Engine. And then I show some links to learning resources for ACP in order for you to better understand and manage ACP once you become a user. So let's begin by talking about what is Aeegle Cloud Platform. So it is a web-based enterprise applications builder that helps any company to boost innovation and empower employees to create business applications in the cloud with zero code. We are going to be talking about some terms such as citizen development, zero code, serverless infrastructure or development, and some others. So yeah, that is Aeegle Cloud Platform. It is a platform to build business applications that run securely in the cloud, and the people that build these apps, they don't need to write any code at all. Also, Aeegle Cloud Platform is great for the following scenarios. The first one is an application platform as a service or APaaS, and let's have in mind that APaaS is a new way to build cloud native applications. So those applications run in the cloud, completely secure. That is APaaS. And then another thing that Aeegle Cloud Platform is citizen development. So citizens are all the employees in your company. Those are citizens. Now what we want to give, or we want to empower those citizens to develop these business applications in the cloud. So that will become citizen development. And no worries, no code involved, no developing knowledge required. The next one, Aeegle Cloud Platform, is also model-driven development. That means that instead of the citizen developers writing code, they use the graphic resources that ACP has in order to build a model. And a model, it's in this case for ACP, a model is a form. And you can also connect a model with another one so they can communicate between them. They can relate between each other. And then Aeegle Cloud Platform is a serverless architecture. That means that you don't have to worry about complex infrastructure or maintenance or support in your data center. All the processes run secure in the Google infrastructure. So that is what that is what serverless architecture means. Now, Aeegle Cloud Platform is also great for some cases, some scenarios, or some use cases actually. And let's begin talking about online databases. So let's say that you have in your company, you have a form in paper. So instead of you having those forms in paper, you build an application on ACP with a form to capture data, to capture certain data. So once people type in all the data in that form and they save the record, all that data is stored in an online database. So that is ACP great for. Number two, ACP is great for workflow and approval processes. So maybe you have an online database, maybe you have a form, but you might need to include an approval process or any other type of workflow. You can do that with ACP in just a few clicks, very easy and fast. ACP is also great for document management system. So you build an application to create repositories or to create libraries and collections of documents, etc. Those files, those documents are owned by the company, so all the security is high, very, very high security, and also the availability is 100% guaranteed. And I'll talk about this later on. Then ACP is great for cloud storage in case that you want to save huge amounts of data or static data maybe, such as backups, etc. So ACP is integrated with Google Drive, but also with Google Cloud Storage. So through ACP you build an interface in order for you to upload the files or the data to the Google Cloud Storage or Google Drive. Then ACP is great for all-in-one directory in the cloud. So it is 100% integrated with the Google directory. But not only that, actually ACP directory is an extended version for the profiles for each employee. And then ACP is also great for integrations with external systems. So we have built inside ACP, we have built webhooks or APIs in order for you, if you have or if you need to connect an application built on top of ACP with an external system, with an external application, you can do that with no problems by using webhooks or APIs. We will talk about these also later on. So we say that ACP plus G Suite just works. ACP or Aeegle Cloud Platform is the natural step for G Suite customers when they go through the cloud transformation journey. While G Suite is focused on communication, collaboration, storage and security, ACP is focused on business applications, document management, external system integration, universal directory, workflows, etc. And that is how they complement each other and give you more possibilities or more resources for you to enjoy and to get the most out of the cloud for your company with G Suite and ACP. So now let's talk about some integration with Google Cloud. Between ACP and Google Cloud. And in this slide, I show different categories of integration between ACP and some Google products. The first one is the authentication and directory. So Google or ACP rather uses the single sign-on for Google or the Google Cloud Identity as well. Then we have also that ACP is integrated with Analytics and Apps Marketplace. ACP is integrated with Google Drive, Google Sheets, Docs and Slides for real-time collaboration. And then at last, ACP integrates with Google Cloud Functions, and that is for serverless development in the case that you want to connect ACP with an external system or application. So let's jump into the first, for the details for the first integration, and that will be authentication. So it is well known that Google is becoming an excellent provider for cloud identity. It is the leader in communication and collaboration. Now Google is adding security across its Google products, or its cloud products, And one of the first integration that we would like to highlight is the authentication using Google Cloud Identity or IAM. which provides with robust single sign-on to ACP, and therefore all the users in ACP use Google Cloud Identity Security to grant access. And then the G Suite users don't need to learn or to create a new password or a different password for ACP. So that is actually single sign-on. So let me show you what I'm talking about with a real example, with a real life example. So say that when I get to the office, the first thing that I see in the morning is my email. So when I'm checking my email in Google Mail, I go to the apps grid at the upper right corner, and then I search for the ACP icon. So I click on it, and then I will be directed to ACP. So once I click on sign in with Google, I don't need to provide a username and a password. That is single sign-on, because the password is exactly the same that I use in Gmail. So that means that I sign in once for all the services in Google. And now I am in the application. So that is single sign-on. So continuing with the slides, the next one is, well, ACP is available in the G Suite Marketplace. And this G Suite Marketplace is one of the fastest growing cloud business applications marketplaces, and it offers a wide range of quality enterprise applications that add functionality, features, and more to your native Google Cloud application. For all the G Suite customers, ACP is as close as a few clicks to install and start creating business applications that are deeply integrated with the rest of their cloud apps, and especially G Suite, Google Mail, Google Drive, Calendar, Contacts, etc. So now, talking about the integrations between ACP and Google Directory, for the G Suite customers, ACP provides with an extended Google profile and directory. So as you can see in the slides, on the left hand side we have a Google profile, and on the right we have the ACP profile. Let me go to the application itself and show you. So I'm in ACP right now, and what I'm gonna do is go to the directory, and here I see all people in my company, but I want to search for someone specifically in this case. And then once I find the person, I can take some actions such as view or such as email this person. If I view, I can view all the contact or the profile details of this person. And if I click on email, I will be directed to compose a new email. And this email goes straight to that specific user, as you can see here. And this is Gmail, an integration with Gmail. So now I would like to go to the Google Contacts. So I go to contacts.google.com, and here I go to directory, and I will search for the same person, and that was Adam Little, and I can view the profile here. So all of this is synchronized, and ACP is actually an extended version of this profile. Okay, so going back to the presentation, the next slide is perform monitoring by using Google Analytics. Google Analytics can be included on every application that is created on top of ACP. That is useful for you to view or to analyze the adoption rate for a specific application. Also to see what page or what section the users are visiting the most, which one they are not, and that is going to help you make better and smarter decisions on what section or what page to boost, if there's anything that you have to remove, etc. Okay? So now let's talk about a document management solutions overview, or DMS, in ACP. So ACP built an enterprise ready document management system, and this is on top of Google Drive, allowing companies to maximize the usage of G Suite. So ACP allows you to create secure and company-owned file libraries and repositories. When a file is uploaded using ACP, the ownership is transferred to a corporate service account, and that is helpful in order to avoid someone maybe as a mistake delete a file or move it to a different folder, and that makes that file unavailable to others. So with this solution built on top of ACP, you avoid all of those inconvenience in Google Drive. So some other features on ACP, like I was saying, the company-owned files. Then also you can add custom metadata to your files, as much data as you want. Then you can add approval or review process or publish process to these documents. Then we also have the versioning through the Google Drive viewer. And then this is an enterprise natural UI. Users will feel that they are using an enterprise application when they are, say, publishing, uploading, or just reading a document. They will have the feeling that they are on a secure and business environment. So I like to show you this in a brief example. So if I go to ACP, I have this application. I will open this file that has been published. Then I will go to the document. I will open the document. And as you can see, I have all the editing passwords, and not only that, but I can also use it as if I was in Google Drive. As you can see, there are two other people working on this document. I can also take the most out of the collaboration features in Google Docs. I can chat with them as well. So for instance, Eric, did you complete section 3.1? And Eric is going to respond to me. We can continue working, editing the document, etc. There you go. So that is the collaboration features that you can take out of this document management solution for Drive built on top of ACP. Then I would like to, let's continue talking about this solution for Drive. In this slide, what I try to show is on the left-hand side, it is an application built on ACP. This application is a legal library, and inside legal library, I have created 3 different forms. The forms can represent collections or libraries per se. That is on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, I see the structure that is created in Google Drive. But let me show you this in a real-world environment. So I will go again to ACP. I will close this document, and this is in fact the application that I was talking about. This is the legal library, and inside legal library, I have 3 different collections. I have NDAs, reseller agreements, and vendor contracts. Let's say collections or libraries. So if I go to the NDA collection and I view all the files, I will see all the files that have been uploaded or created under this collection or library, and so on. If I go to the reseller agreements, I see the documents, etc. Now, let me show you what happens in Google Drive. In Google Drive, there is a structure created when you use ACP. The first and the root password that is created is the ACP root files. So this is like the one that is created just by using ACP. But then a subfolder is created per application that you create inside ACP. So what I'm saying is each of these folders represent an application that has been created in ACP. If I open this folder, in this case the legal library, I will see other subfolders, and the subfolders contain the collections or the libraries that I have created under this application. Hopefully that makes sense. If I go to this folder, I will view the attachments or the files that have been uploaded to the records on this collection, on this library, and so on. If I go to reseller agreements, if I go to vendor contracts. Okay? So again, hopefully that makes sense. It is important to mention here that this is a dedicated account exclusively to store these files. No one can access this account rather than the administrator in that domain. Going back to my presentation, if I move to the next slide, when we talk about the document management system, we talk about the deep integration that exists between ACP and Google Drive. But the benefit that ACP brings to this with this integration is that you can not only upload, not only read or view the files that you store in Google Drive. With ACP, you can also add workflow and metadata to your files. So you add let's say a publish process for those documents, for those files, and also the metadata, as much information as you need for those files. On the other hand, this integration on the Google Drive side, we have all the power that Google Drive offers. Of course, we have the content that we have in Google Drive. We also have the collaboration features that Google Drive offers that we know they are awesome, they are powerful. And then we have the storage that is left to Google Drive with this integration. So an overview is this: ACP brings metadata and workflow, and Google Drive brings content, collaboration, and storage. Now, we just talked about the natural or the default integration between ACP and G Suite and all the benefits that you can get out of that integration. Now, let's talk about some advanced integrations on ACP. What we are chasing, what we want to achieve is serverless development on ACP. For that, on ACP, we have created webhooks and the developer API. Those methods are going to give you the possibility to connect to maybe Google Cloud Functions. And once Google Cloud Function receives the data from the webhook on ACP, Google Cloud Functions can connect to any other external system, such as, Firebase, Google Cloud Storage, etc., or anything else that you have in mind. Some other G Suite integrations can be achieved by using a third-party tool that connects two or more applications, which is named Zapier. So with Zapier, you can get hundreds of integration between ACP and other systems. For this slide, I would like to show you some integrations that I have achieved by using Google Sheets. So I'm exporting the records to Google Sheets. When a record is created on an application on ACP, a new row is created on Google Sheets. So all of that data that is on Google Sheets, I also use Google Data Studio to create some nice and powerful dashboards to present in my applications. Or I can also create events on Google Calendar. I can also create an integration between ACP and Google Contacts or Google Tasks. But let me show you what I'm trying to say. So I have this application named Alondra Box Tracking Systems, and this is an application to report bugs in the applications. And as you can see, I have created this nice looking dashboard and the home page. I will talk about this integration later. So the first thing that I do is to synchronize all the records that I created here, all the issues that are reported in these applications. Once the record is created here, it is created also as a row in Google Sheet. Also, when the status is updated, it is updated here in Google Sheet as well. With all this data up to date, I go to Google Data Studio and I create this dashboard or this report. So the data source is going to be the spreadsheet that I showed you before, and then I just build my dashboard here in Data Studio with the the graphics, some scorecards, some filters, etc. And once I create this dashboard here, I go to embed this report. I get the the iframe, the URL in HTML, and then I go to my application, to the edit mode, and when I am editing the home page, I can include this HTML here, the iframe, in the home page settings. And that is exactly what I'm showing here in the home page in my application to the end users. It is exactly like this. It is obviously it's uploading. If a new record is open, this is going to increase. If a record is moved to in progress, this is increasing, and so on. So this gives me a general overview of the issues on this application, and then I have some filters here. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so going back to the slideshow, the next topic is Cloud Business Application Development on Google Cloud at a glance. To build cloud business applications, we have three different options: ACP, App Maker, and App Engine. But it is important to understand the differences or the features. So here's the comparison chart. We have ACP, App Maker, and App Engine, and we have different features. The first one is the platform type. ACP is zero code, totally zero code platform for applications with high compute, high storage, and scalability needs. While App Maker is a low code platform for applications with low to moderate scaling needs. And App Engine is for professional developers, no doubts about it. Then the application type, ACP is for internal, App Maker as well, and App Engine internal or external. Target developers is one of the most important details to take into account in this comparison. While ACP is for citizen developers, like I was saying, developers in the company, but they can be, business analysts, project managers, office managers, and they don't need to have any coding experience at all. So they don't need to be developers or to, have some development background at all. Some basic database concepts might be useful. But then with App Maker, yes, it's also for citizen developers, but they need to have, or they must have, some knowledge of JavaScript, AppScript, HTML, CSS, and some basic DB concepts. App Engine, on the other hand, that is for professional software developers. Development time with ACP, it's you can build an application in hours or days. With App Maker, days or weeks. And App Engine, well, in months. Computation cost, ACP and App Maker is fixed, and App Engine is Meta, has a very complex billing method or schema. Then the deployment, ACP can be used as, well, software as a service, platform as a service, or we can install it on premise on your data center. App Maker is software as a service, and App Engine is platform as a service. Okay? So with all that I have said before, again, we want to empower regular users to build business applications at the speed of ideas. They imagine an application and they go to ACP and build the application in just a few minutes. We are also trying to lead the paperless culture, or make your company lead the paperless culture. You can, reduce or even get rid of manual processes and make them compelling cloud business applications with ACP. You can have online databases such as sales management, contract forms, timesheets, etc. Document management, like I was showing you before, document management system, or approval processes where you can use the workflows on ACP, vacations and leave requests, support requests, etc. So I'd like to invite you to become an expert, an ACP expert. You can learn how to build business applications in the cloud with ACP, all the way from a small form to the most advanced integration. So you can visit our support center at support.aeegle.com, also our developers network, developers.aeegle.com, and a lot more and a lot of new information is to come to this portal. So thank you very much for your time. Thank you for joining this webinar or watching this video. If you have any questions, if you need more information, you have any feedback, feel free to contact us at info@aeegle.com, or you can visit cloud.aeegle.com, where you will be able to chat with us in real time. So we can answer your questions, listen to your feedback, or we can just, get to know each other. Again, this is Alfonso with the education team at Aeegle Cloud Platform. Thank you for your time, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.